Hello, my students. I have another lesson for you. So this is the last section in Unit 7. You know what that means. Big test coming up, but no worries, we'll work through it. So the goal for 7.6 is to solve equations with rational exponents. These are the rules for the rational exponents, and then we'll do radicals when we get good at this. There are 3 steps when you're solving equations with rational exponents. Step 1, isolate the variable. Then you're going to multiply the exponent of the reciprocal. You're going to multiply the exponent. Oh, there's a typo. Lord. There we go. By the reciprocal on both sides of the equal sign. If the numerator's even, you're going to get 2 answers. One is going to be plus and one is going to be minus. You need a plus minus in there. We're going to make sure you're not that guy. Don't be that guy. Make sure that if you have an exponent that has an even numerator, you're going to have 2 answers. When the numerator is odd, you will get 1 and only 1 answer. Let me show you what they look like. Here's number 1. Okay, the first thing I'm going to check is how many answers will we get. Because 3 is an odd number, we're only going to have 1 answer. That makes this one a little bit easier than the others. So we have to isolate this variable n right here. So we have to strip away the -1 and then the -5. So we'll add 1 to both sides. Divide by -5 on both sides. And once you have the variable isolated, you multiply the exponent by the reciprocal. Since this is 3 over 2, I'm going to multiply it by 2 over 3. What happens to the 3's and the 2's? They cancel. What you do to one side, you have to do to the other side. So this exponent is 2 over 3. So it's 729 to the 2/3. Put that in a calculator. Make sure that you put parentheses around the fraction. If you have a graphing calculator or if you have a caret key, it has to look like this. 729 to the caret, 2 divided by 3. When you do that work, you get n equals 81. Number 2 also has an odd exponent in the numerator. That means we're only going to get 1 answer. This is good news. It makes it a little bit easier. We have to isolate these parentheses right here. Right there. So we're going to strip away the 5. Subtract 5 from both sides. Once the 5 is gone, then we're ready to take care of the exponent. Multiply by the reciprocal. So it's times 2/3. That way the 3's cancel and the 2's cancel. What you do to one side, you have to do to the other side. So it's 729 to the 2/3. Totally a coincidence that we're going to get the same answer as 1. That's 81. One more step, divide by 3 on both sides. Final answer, 27. Okay, peeps, one for you. Whoops. There it is. That one's for you. Pause the video, try the problem. And when you're finished, check your work. When I do the work, I get 51. There's my work. Okay, the next one has an exponent that is even. Check out that too. Here's the original equation above if you need that. Here's the original equation. Because this exponent is 2/3 and your numerator is even, we're going to get 2 answers, a plus and a minus. Here's how it works. So to get rid of the 2/3, you multiply by 3 over 2. 2's cancel, 3's cancel. And what you do to one side, you have to do to the other side. So you have 25 to the 3/2. Put this in a calculator. And before you write the answer, you have to write a plus minus. So you get plus minus 125. From here, you're solving for r, add 8 to both sides. So it's 8 plus or minus 125 divided by 7. This yields 2 answers, and it looks like this. 2 answers, 8 plus 125 over 7, 8 minus 125 over 7. You get 19 and negative 117 over 7. And you can write your answer like that. Circle your answer. I don't like number 5, so we're going to go right down here to number 6. There's another even numerator, which means you're going to have 2 answers. Don't forget your plus minus. We're not that guy. You're going to multiply by 3 over 2 in the exponents. Don't forget your plus minus here. 2's cancel, 3's cancel. So that takes care of the exponent on the left. And on the right, it's plus or minus 16 to the 2/3. So when you do that math, you get plus or minus 64. Add 20 to both sides. Divide by negative 4 on both sides. This yields 2 answers. 20 plus 64 divided by negative 4. 20 minus 64 divided by negative 4. So you get negative 21 or 11. You can circle your answer. So that's the rational exponent part. The next part are the radicals. There are 3 steps when you're solving equations with radicals. Step 1, isolate the radical. Step 2, raise each side of the equal sign to an exponent so that you can cancel the radical. Step 3, check for extraneous solution. Half of the problem is solving, half is checking the answer. So if you just solve without checking your answers, you're only going to get half credit on these. Make sure you check your answers. And here's some examples. So there's some radicals, and you can get a little sneak peek. You can see that I'm going to be checking. So you have to isolate the radical, add 1 to both sides, and you get the square root of a minus 6 equals 9. You guys, to undo a square root, you square both sides. The square and the square root are going to cancel, and you're left on the left side with that a minus 6. 9 squared is 81. Add 6 to both sides and you get 87. You're not sure if that's the answer. And when you do some of the homework problems, you'll see that this won't work out. And I'll show you what it's supposed to look like. So for the check, you take the original equation and you substitute in a is 87 and you see if it works. When I substitute it in, I get 87 minus 6 is 81. Square root of 81 is 9, subtract the 1 and you get 8, and then you bring this 8 down. When you do the mathy part here, you should get the same number that's on the right side of the equal sign, and if it works out, you're going to check it. This is half the problem, there's the other half of the problem. At some point, these numbers are going to be different, and that means that this answer does not work, and you cross it off, and it will not be a solution. I'm kind of liking these problems when you have square roots on each side of the equal sign. Watch what happens. You're going to love it. To undo a square root, you square both sides. And then I highlighted it so you could see what it looks like. The square and the square roots cancel. And you have this problem. This is what you did in 6th grade. You guys know how to do this. Move the smaller x, so I add 2x to both sides. Subtract 6, divide by 4, and you get negative 2. You're halfway there. Check, check. Take your negative 2 and substitute it into each side of the equal sign. When I simplify the left side, I get the square root of 2. When I simplify the right side, the square root of 2. Woo, woo, it worked. Okay, these are for you. Now it works the same if it's a cube root, but to undo a cube root, you have to cube it. So before you do anything, get that 8 over to the other side. Divide by 8 on both sides. And I'm going to pause the video and finish this out, please. You do number 10. You get that fraction, but you're not going to be scared. Because when you substitute it in, this is the right answer, and I know that because when I substitute it in to check it, 10 times 359 over 5 is 718. You can just multiply these numbers and then divide it by 5. 10 over 1. 10 times 359, and then divide it by 5. And it works. Here's one last example with the work shown in case you feel inspired to try just one more. There it is. Okay, kids, try some practice problems, and good luck. Let me know if you have questions. Bye.